All right, moving on to the next video here in our series on common hitting flaws. We are at our last section here of the forward move, and today we're going to talk about bat angle and how it affects our hitter's bat path. Bat angle, generally speaking, want our hitter's bat angle to be about a 45-degree angle where the head of the bat is in a window above the head. And you guys can take a look at the visuals on the right. Again, you can see that window above the head. There's a little bit of variability here, but not much. Again, you can see if you draw that line pretty much straight down, you're going to see the head of the bat line up with their head. Um, Again, we check our angle going in both directions. We have guys who have an angle well below 45 degrees, and I would say that's most of our hitters who have bad angle issues are below 45 degrees, while others begin to dump the barrel early and make a mistake on the other end of the spectrum where you see it starting to open up really early in the swing prospect process and get disconnected from that back shoulder. Bad angle can be a small adjustment that makes big payoffs in terms of time to contact and efficient bat path. We've had a number of hitters over the years who we just make a small change in their wrist or bat angle, and it can make a really big difference in terms of how efficient they are getting to the baseball. Again, you're going to see some variability here. Guys like Mike Trout, who has a little bit more of a vertical bat path, is going to have a little bit more of an angle here. Okay, we see this hitter is a little bit taller. He probably has a little bit more of an east to west bat path there. Some characteristics here of a poor bat angle, and you can just kind of watch Bregman on the right here maintain his 45 degrees. He has a very simple swing, stays pretty close to his body, but you can see the angle is still about the same here. We want the knob of the bat to be pointed pretty much at the catcher's opposite knee. A lot of hitters, you'll see that knob, if you picture it like a flashlight shining at the catcher's face. And if you look at Bregman right when he gets to the top of his leg lift, that bat knob is pretty much pointed at the catcher's right knee. The wrist not being in a proper hinge position is one of the main reasons we see guys have difficulties with their bat angle. The wrist wants to sit in a certain position that's natural, and when guys get out of that position, we tend to lose angles. Guys with that really flat bat angle will end up being late on fastballs as it causes a really long path to the baseball. So late on fastballs, which causes a lot of balls on the handles and on the ground. Again, a steep path where the bat has to travel a long distance to get to the ball, and a lot of times it ends up being down for too long of a portion of the swing. We see a lot of flares to the backside of the part of the field. Again, long, late swings that drag behind will create balls that slice to the opposite field. Some common compensations we see with guys who have bad angle issues is that front side will cheat open in order to create the space necessary to get the bat through, where an angle might not allow them to do so. The most common compensation is we see the arms start to take over to pull the bat through. We're not able to sequence properly from the middle when our angle is a little bit disrupted. And we have a lot of difficulty hitting the ball in the air to the opposite part of the field. Again, that usually happens because players are slicing down and not able to hit the ball with good spin to all parts of the field. In our video eval here, again, we draw a little circle here in a window above the head. You can see the hitter on the left here is a really good example. That knob, if we picture a flashlight, is probably pointed over the catcher's mask at this point, which is excessive. And you can see that now the barrel is behind his head and has to travel a really long distance just to get to the baseball. The hitter on the right, you can see he's in that good position where the head of the bat is 45 degrees above, and he's going to have a nice, efficient path to the baseball. Lastly here, our corrective drills for bat angle. Our long bat drills are probably the best way to clean up bat angle problems. If you're swinging a 37-inch bat and your angle is not correct, it is highly unlikely that you'll be able to get to the baseball on time. So we go long bat with our hitters and challenge them middle in when they have to be the quickest and most efficient, and that'll ensure that they are keeping a proper bat angle. If you're getting balls on the handle or on the ground, hitting just in front of the batter's boxes, then you probably do not have a good angle. Long bat up in the zone is another great way to make sure that we're connected. Anybody who's losing their barrel due to a bad angle will never be able to hit a line drive on a ball at the top of the zone. You're going to get underneath the ball, get a lot of flares to the opposite side, a lot of pop-ups as we would do as if we were dragging the bat. And then lastly, we use a connection ball for some drills. So we do have some hitters who have that really aggressive angle. We'll stick a connection ball basically between their neck and the shaft of their bat. And what that does is it's going to force that spacing between a hitter so that his bat angle is not able to drop down because basically the ball is resisting that movement. And what we'll do is we'll have the hitter take a couple swings with that ball intact and then have him take a few without it, and hopefully that translates there. All right, so that is bat angle. Again, a really, really simple thing that can make a big difference for our hitters. So let's make sure we pay attention to it. And it's a very easy one to check out with a quick video, a quick circle. And we want to see that head of the bat in a window right above that hitter's head. Thanks, everybody. Moving on to launch position in the next video.